You gentlemen are making a big mistake.
This here is Mr. Thurgood Marshall. Man is an attorney. You will treat him with the respect that he deserves.
My great-granddaddy, he was a slave. We're not slaves now, are we?
They could not have chosen a better director for this project.
Oh,
That's all I have to say.
Thank you.
So talk to me about, the direction, because when I'm watching this movie, there's just so many layers to it. There's the historic piece, and then, there's like this renegade kind of like feeling to it. So talk to me a little bit about, having all these components, come together in concert for this particular piece.
Well, I just did what was required. Thurgood is a complex man. On one hand, he's a real dude.
Yes, he is.
He's got all this swagger. He got jokes.
For days.
For days. People are like, was he really that? Oh, yeah, that and then some. I mean, we were hanging out with his widow and his family last night, and you're like,
wow.
oh, yeah. I mean, they love the movie. But just hearing it, we're like, oh, yeah, we could have gone further.
Wow.
So it's great to show how human our heroes are.
Yeah, we don't see enough of that.
To make us appreciate how amazing their achievements are.
Wow. So what was one of the most difficult scenes for you to direct? Something you were like, okay, let me take a deep breath for a second.
It wasn't so much the emotional stuff because we had worked on the script, we worked with the actors, and we knew the intent, right?
Okay.
It was more the challenge of getting a movie of this scope made on the timetable. Because, we had a really tight budget, we had a really tight schedule. We basically had to shoot a 140-page script in 30 days.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. That is not a lot. Well.
No, that's not a lot. I don't care how you're measuring it. That's a tight schedule. But I had world-class actors.
Yes,
I had
you did.
An amazing script, an amazing crew. So there was no compromise. We shot it until we got it right. We had the visuals that we wanted. We got the performances that we needed.
So here we go. I mean, we're celebrating 50 years of, Marshall moving into the Supreme Court.
Mm-hmm.
So talk to me just, a little bit about where we are today. I mean, history is kind of repeating itself a little bit.
Yes. You know what? Freedom isn't free.
Mm.
We think, oh, we fought that fight. We're good for life. No, it don't work like that. Every generation has to face the fight. And when you watch the news today, you see what's going on a daily basis, you can feel overwhelmed. You can feel depressed.
Well, I think that's the beauty about this movie, is it's speaking in a new generation voice. It's speaking to millennials.
Yes.
When I was in school, civil rights movies did not look like this, and you knew that you were in for something heavy. But this is a lesson that people are getting, along with humor. And I think it tells for a very, very great story. So,
Well, thank you.
Well done.
Thank you.
Well
Well, that was
done.
the goal. I mean, we wanted to speak to... It's like, look, we don't have to make the greeting card movie anymore.
Right.
We could tell the real story about these people, warts and all, because you know what? It makes them greater. And it also makes us feel like, oh, I don't have to be perfect to make a difference. I can just be me.
Yeah.
I think that's the most encouraging thing we can do.
Now, had you been familiar with the Joseph Spell case?
No.
I know, isn't that crazy?
Yeah, it's a crazy case because it's so important. It so foreshadows the rest of his career. But that's what happens when you have a life as momentous as Thurgood Marshall. That something this important can be like, oh, that's, they get lost.
Yeah.
And it was a joy to say, okay, let's tell the origin of this real-life superhero.
Well, you did an amazing job, Mr.
Thank
Hudlin.
you.
Thank you so much for your time.
Always a pleasure to see you.
Continued blessings and success to you. Thank you.
Thank you.
You lied in a sworn statement. Why would you do that?
Why'd I lie? Because the truth gets me killed.
Can't deny me now. Tunnel vision.
If you want freedom,
Tie me down on a mission.
you're gonna have to fight for it.
Stop me now.
The only way to get through a bigot's door is to break it down.
You can't stop me now.